Alright guys, yeah, today's video is a bit all over the place really, but all over the place being at my place, not all over the place, you know. Yeah, got a potato reveal, a little bit about sweet corn, a bit about strawberries, and loads of shots, a little mini harvest, did a bit of a harvest, did a bit of cooking, so there's a few stills of the cakes I made, and there's loads of photographs of pretty flowers at the end. Most of them are Henry and Irene's cornflowers, or bachelor's buttons as they call them. Right, here we go then guys, my first bucket of Winston first earlies. And you can see me cutting the foliage off there, which is one of the attributes of the Winston. Very low growing top growth. Makes it ideal for windy places. 3 tubers in the bucket, sown on 21st of March. So what's that? 12 weeks, yeah, 84 days. A bit longer than normal. I'd normally pick about 70-75 days, but the Winston's not a very popular potato amongst eaters. It's great for show bench. Some say it's got a watery taste. If you pick the tubers when they are small, like a classic new potato, they're great. If you let them bulk up, they do go a little bit watery, which is why they're best for their recommended use of roasting, baking and mashing. I've never had a problem myself. It's potato, you know. And here we go with the harvest, and I will speed this up just so you don't get bored. Well, there you have it, 1.9 kilograms. What's that, just over £4, 4.2 pounds of, yeah, nice white new potatoes. And all I'm going to do now is just lay them out onto a tea towel, just to see if they're going to be worthy to grow again next year, when I do actually get to do some shows. So, I don't know, they're a lovely potato. I don't know why they got a bad press. I think it's people being fussy myself, but they know. Different strokes, different folks, you know what I mean? Well, okay, that's the spuds done. On to the mini harvest. A couple of artichokes. To me, I don't know, the jury's still out with me. But spookily enough tonight, I'm having dips. Because, you know, now and again I can't be bothered to cook properly, so I have dips. So I will, I will cook these tonight and try dipping them. I've got 3 lots of broad beans on the go. This lot's from the little tub at the front at home. And this is the one planted with nasturtiums, not a black fly in sight. And speaking of dips, these will be boiled, chilled, and then blended with a bit of soft cheese, lemon juice and some dill tonight, all of which I've got. And my first courgette of the year, woohoo! This is Courgette Sure Thing, which is supposed to be good for the cold climates. I'm not overly impressed with the elephant garlic this year. A little bit small, but the problem is I think I've been using my own clothes for the last 3 years. I think I probably need to refresh the stock and buy some new. So which is what I will do next year. And my boy dropped by the other day on the way to a job. So I stupidly said, "Do you want some veg?" "Oh yeah, please." So anyway, took a handful of French breakfast 3, I think they are, radishes. A handful of Ishikuru spring onions. And a Victorinus cos lettuce. That is very nice, actually. And he sent me a photograph of the salad he made that evening. So, yeah, I didn't mind losing them to a worthwhile cause, if you know what I mean. And to wrap it up for the harvest, mini harvest, strawberries from today. I'll tell you what, I've had about 8 punnets like this so far from 20 plants. Well chuffed. Anyway, on to a little chat about my strawberries. I'll just show you these before the grandkids eat them all. This is the Christine. Not so much your classic strawberry shape, but lovely and early. And these are the Malling Centenary. More of your classic looking strawberry shape. And just as nice, another early. I will probably, not sure yet. I mean, they're lovely, look. I'll probably grow these for the show next year. Barclay show needs strawberries. And that would have been in, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks time tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll have to eat them instead, or my grandkids will. I think I may have shown you these last year, I can't remember, I've slept since then. It's the hose lock growing bag waterer. You plonk the bag on top and it self-waters. Got a little hole for filling a watering can, it's got a hose lock connector for plugging your hose pipe in. And this is how it works, look, there's 4 spikes that pierce the grow bag, and the wicking system keeps the compost moist. I'll tell you what, they are good. I say great bit of kit quite a lot, but these are a great bit of kit. In my last video I said I was having a lot of trouble with germinating sweet corn. So anyway, these arrived yesterday from DT Brown. Rising Sun F1, super sweet, blah blah blah. So I put them on damp tissue on the bottom, damp tissue on the top, and it's just over 24 hours. Look at that, they're germinating already. So I can only assume I've had a batch, 2 batches of rubbish seeds. So I'll get these, the ones that are showing now, I'll get those in today. Maybe we'll have some sweet corn this year. And for those of you that don't do pre-chitting, maybe this is the evidence you need to try it. Here's the same seeds 4 days later. And when I'm not gardening or making Lego, I like to cook. I like to cook, it makes me happy. Anyway, our couple of lardy cakes. Decadence at its best, sweet as hell these were. And Madeira cake. All inspired by Steve at the Crazy Baker. I'll put a link to his channel in the description above. Okay. Right, on to some flowers now. Guess what this is? Yeah, you've got it, broad bean. And the next bunch are all from the same batch of seeds that Henry and Irene sent me. Cornflowers or bachelor's buttons. What a lovely flower. I'll tell you what, these are infested with bees all the time. And I'm sure you'll recognise the rest. The chili, courgette, one of the biggest flowers in the garden. This is the dill, just about to spring into life. My own marigold, saved from last year. And a nasturtium baby deep rose. What a lovely colour. Well, if the courgette was the biggest, then the rosemary's got to be the smallest. What's this, less than 3mm across? And we all know the tomato flower. And this is sow thistle. It's a weed, but apparently it's edible and very forageable in the old hedgerows and that. Well, today's Spill the Beans is all about getting a new garden or a new plot, which, you know, I've been fortunate to get a new plot recently. And what you need to do before you start anything is get the lay of the land, or the lie of the land, whichever way you say it. Look at the sun. Where does it rise? Where does it set? Look at the local weather sites. See which way the wind blows. And then plant accordingly. There's no point putting your runner beans up or your globe artichokes and then you're casting a shadow over the rest of the plot or the garden. Excuse me. And similarly, you could put the runner beans up or the tall plants in the wind, so it creates a bit of a, a little bit of a lee. So just have a look around before you plummet into planting some up. Another thing is test the soil. I've done a soil test. You saw me do that. There's no point trying to plant things like blueberries or in an allotment or azaleas even in a garden. If you've got alkali soil, they ain't going to grow. They ain't going to work. Well, let's hope this helps somebody.